All right, gentlemen, preseason is wrapped up. Which player impressed you the most that had that starburst that you can say to yourself, that's going to be a fun player to watch throughout the course of the season?
I don't know if it was a starburst, but Caden Goulet impressed me just like he impressed me last year at camp, and he almost made it. So he's just a confident young man. He plays with confidence on the ice. He showed me more offensive ability than I thought he had. He looked really good. I mean, some of the older guys caught my eyes too. Mike Matheson, what a beautiful skater. Just a really beautiful skater. Jake Allen was talking about how the way he pivots and turns, and he said, I didn't realize how good he was, what a beautiful skater he was until seeing him close up from the crease. And the guy who, Sean Monahan, when he came in, like, he's just smooth. Everything he does is smooth. His skating, his passing, there's some guys that I like to say they just look like hockey players when they skate on the ice. He's one of those guys who just looks like a hockey player, and everything he does, he makes look easy. But the guy who impressed me the most during camp is Brendan Gallagher. He had a really good camp. It's obvious that he's healthy. They're giving him a chance on the power play in the bumper spot, and I wonder why he wasn't used there more previously. He's a former 30-goal scorer who's used to standing in front of the net. He's good in small areas when he gets the puck. He gets the puck off quick. One of those Kraft Hockey Ball games, he could have 3 goals. He had 3 great shots from that high slot area that the goalie made great saves on. He says he doesn't like to prove people wrong. He likes to prove the people who supported him right. But he wants to prove people wrong this season, no matter what he says. He's a proud guy. He never talks about how hurt he is. He always says, I'm good, I'm good. He says, if I'm on the ice, I'm good enough to play. But he's been so banged up for the last couple of years. He's healthy now. It showed during preseason. For his sake, I hope he can stay healthy through this season. I've written before, I'm not ready to give up on Brendan Gallagher and write him off. I don't know if he can score 30 goals again. If he gets power play time in the bumper spot, he might. But I think he can score at least 20 goals again. He's still a good hockey player, and as Andrew said on one of our previous shows, that's Slavkovsky on his line to start off, and Brendan Gallagher's a guy who can make lines go, and he's a great guy to play with this kid, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the players that impress me the most are, ironically, maybe I'm just so focused on the future, are players who won't make the roster, right? I think Jesse Alonen is a guy that if this roster had some movement on it, if there were some trades that could have happened late in the summer, he would have made the opening night lineup. I really liked Philip Misar. I think he impressed me a lot. I think he's going to be incredible as an 18-year-old in the AHL this year. Yoel Armia actually impressed me with a little bit of a bounce back, a little bit of more bite to his game, a little bit more precision. He looked like he cared a lot more in the preseason this year than most of the games last year. And, of course, Owen Beck. Everything that kid does is precise. The maximum effort every single moment. He is a student of the game. I think he's going to be a great NHL player one day. But as far as players that are on the opening night lineup, Jake Evans. Jake Evans came into this camp saying, I may be the 4th line center, but I'm not a 4th line center. He scored some beauty goals because he only scores beauty goals for some reason. Every goal he scores is a highlight reel. And I just really liked his dogged determination, the way he entered this camp. I thought that he was fantastic.
I mean, it doesn't come as any real surprise, but, I was watching Caulfield in his play, and this kid seems to be really determined and ready to make things happen. I mean, he's an amazing little player to watch him go into the areas and, be given opportunities to score. Every time he's on the ice, he's just like he's a natural. And I mean, he's going to carry on basically where he left off last year, and going to be really exciting to watch. But Stu also mentioned about Gooley. I often watch a guy like this to see how he's handling himself, and there's a kid that's got tremendous upside that's going to get better with time, with his mobility and his real good solid defensive. I mean, he had a few gaffes in a few of the games there, but overall he's a kid that's going to get better and understand how to play. So tremendous upside with that guy, and you have to also give some credit to Anderson, Josh. He got five points for whatever that's worth. Other than he's the kind of guy that I always liked, and he's going to continue to do what he does as a big guy, and it's going to be nice to see that they've got a lot of guys that we can go, oh wow, this guy's making things happen. And like I said before, we're going to be fun to watch.
Andrew, I'm really glad you mentioned Owen Beck because he really was an eye opener during this preseason. First pick of the second round by the Canadiens, the Scholastic Player of the Year in the junior hockey last year. Smart off the ice, smart on the ice. That's what the Canadiens said after they drafted him, and we saw that during preseason, just how smart he is, and he seemed to gain confidence quickly as he went along. He said he realizes now he's closer to the NHL than maybe he thought he was when he was drafted, and the fact the Canadiens signed them to an entry-level deal after his first training camp speaks volumes about how much they thought about him. So he's going to be fun to watch in junior this year because you can just imagine going back to junior, you have an NHL contract in your pocket, you realize that you're close to getting there. I think he's going to light it up this year in the juniors.
Yeah, we had a scout named Lauren Kelly on Game Over Montreal last year, and she said before the draft, way before the draft, that other than Shane Wright, the most complete player in the draft was Owen Beck. And I had never heard of him at that point, but I had my eye on him from that point onward. And when the Canadiens drafted him, I thought, okay, they know what they're doing.
What these three guys did right now is literally jinx the aforementioned list. Owen Beck, Gallagher, Gooley. They're going to have terrible seasons and can blame these guys for the fact that these guys were the ones that said, hey, they're the ones to watch out for and did nothing during the regular season. Don't forget, check out the newsletter for Hockey Inside Out. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel and leave us a comment or question. We'll get to it during the regular season. A lot more to get to during this upcoming year for the Montreal Canadiens.